Chronospheres or look for sleep setups that end up being like Sunstrike, Meteor Blasts. Like there's a lot of things that Mind Control can do to limit what Na'Vi can do offensively. He can scout for Batrider, looking to initiate. There's just so many good things. So the levels he grabs is just gonna ultimately make their team fight a little bit better later. But that said, I think he still could get a solo kill against these heroes, but he's just really playing it safe here.
And he's getting quite a bit out of that lane as well, as we can see, getting good CS. Likewise, General is also as well on the bottom lane on the back, but it has been taken down. Difference being,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
When the next movement comes through, Na'Vi, both supports on the move. Looking for maybe a long wraparound on the top lane. Talking about long wraparounds, bottom.
Are fortified.
Liquid, and got G8, got General in the tree line. Quick with the Firefly, but with the bashes and the roots, gonna be close. Oh, Miracle a little early with Sunstrike. It didn't actually matter. They had the Purifying Flames nuke. Sunstrike may miss, but the spells from the Oracle will not. At the same time, Na'Vi, in reaction, will make the move on the top lane. So both teams able to shut down
able to kill Mind Control on the Elder Titan with the rotation from Ogre. That said though, I mean, again, Faceless Void is so good against Batrider right now. If he casts one spell, he can cast Time Dilation, which is a 14% slow. That's stacked with his Orb of Venom, 12% slow, and all of a sudden Batrider's not getting away very rapidly. So huge advantage for Faceless Void in this matchup, and the tier 1 tower falls really fast. No last hit though, small mistake there by Matoma Man, losing about 200 gold, but gonna go for the Chrono.
They're just going for kill after kill here. No holding back at all with the Chrono. That makes sure the Sunstrike does connect. Kuroki, of course, kill securing with the Purifying Flames. Takes himself another. Yeah, this bottom lane has just fallen to pieces for Na'Vi.
And this is just the point of Faceless Void right now. You think of Chronosphere as a Midas in the early game, in the mid game, and then eventually becomes this really good team fight ultimate. But for now, it's just going to try to get reliable kills. A little unfortunate for Miracle that he wasn't the one to get the kill though, because that's going to delay his Midas a bit. Whereas it does push Kuro a little closer to whatever regen item he needs. Maybe he'll rush on Arcanes. That could be helpful, but I'm sure Miracle wanted that one if possible.
A neat interaction as well that we just saw there, between the Void and the Oracle. With the heal, you just instantly as it's on you, you time walk it off, and then you've lost no health, but you're getting the high regen. Yeah,
it's a really effective combo actually. And now Faceless Void doesn't have to worry about buying any HP regen items, which sometimes is a huge gold sink. Considering the fact that you can full heal using Time Walk, or at least the last 2 seconds of damage. If you have an Oracle to back you up, he can just focus on damage items and be less concerned with his personal survivability, which could mean he just goes something kind of crazy damage-wise. But I think that's kind of what you need to do on Void to make him a true carry, is maybe ignore some of those survivability items and have that covered by a defensive support ideally. But he may still go semi-defensive. Like
I think normally Matuma, at least in the other games we saw, he goes for sort of the Vlads, Yasha, Manta, Diffuser.
Just so slow damage-wise. It's very good disable-wise, but that's most of the value of the hero in that way.
But as we said, with the draft, they do have a lot of other damage to throw in. So.
Spot out General.
Here we go. Route to set up. For the crush. Oh, actually doesn't get it off. Yeah, the lasso comes in before GH lands the crush, and that's going to be a missed kill there. A little bit of a too long hold there from GH. Matuma Man is going to come across, see if he can finish this one off. The Shrine Heal is there. He does not have Chronosphere. He has to be a little bit careful. Yeah, TPs are coming through. Already, Na'Vi seeing if they can punish this. And it looks like they aren't going to look to try and close it down. Snako still without that level 6, of course, and Lasso already being used. But yeah, bit of a mess up there from GH.
Yeah, these are not the heroes that can rotate well. Both are very weak at it. Ogre's passable, but not with this skill build even. So they TP a lot of heroes, nothing gets done there. In the meantime, nobody in their safe lane getting experience or gold.
Middle lane, the wraparound to come through. Matuma does have that Chronosphere back and available now for this fight. Na'Vi, they've got to be careful. Dendi tries to run in, but the Chrono's there straight away. They'll nuke down Piper with the Purifying Flames and the Sunstrike. The bash does land. Pika is going to see if he can finish on Matuma, but the Crush just holds him back. He's been disarmed as well. Got strength, but it doesn't do anything. He can't get in position to fight these heroes.
And it ends up just being one kill, but that's completely reasonable. Faceless Void's gonna be more than happy with that. So another kill and back to farming. So every 140 seconds, you're gonna see Void make a rotation like that and move somewhere where he expects to find heroes. And so far, Liquid's done a great job with that. Even Slardar's getting good levels. Level 5 right now, almost level 6. Whereas the supports on the other side of the map, not so good. 4 for Ogre or Warlock's at 5.
Na'Vi really needing to make something happen with these rotations that they've been making. But as you've mentioned, just the heroes they have, not necessarily the best to get the job done. In comparison to the burst, the control that Liquid's lineup has.
He does get the Tome though, which pops Warlock over to 6. They pop a smoke instantly, and they're going for a fight here. It's going to be good damage
See what he can
output.
get. Mind Control's had a pretty free lane up here. He's even on net worth with Dendi at this point of the game.
They're looking at Miracle. That's who they want to go on mid lane.
That would be the perfect one. Can they catch him? What can they do? Miracle has an arcane rune, so we can look to do some funky plays. He pops the Ghost Wall. Do they have sticks? They do. He's been dusted. Lasso. They'll drag him back. They'll bring him down. Na'Vi get the kill that they're after. Question is that if they can get anything more here. Croaky dredging off any sort of slows or search off GH. GH will be fine. So Na'Vi just get one, but it is a big one. Bringing down Miracle. Now able to push down the middle a little bit with the Chaotic Offering.
The crazy part is he casts 2 spells there before they even get the lasso off. He was instantly ready. Instant Sunstrike and Ghost Walk, and they get the kill, but they didn't take a tower afterwards, which is a bit of a downside for Na'Vi there. If they would have killed him faster, or instantly turned that into a tower push, it would have been a super solid rotation from them. But that was kind of a lot of their momentum for now. This is a longer cooldown than the important Chronosphere one, surprisingly.
Dire's bottom
Down on the bottom lane,
under
Matumba.
attack.
Getting a bit feisty here with General. Again, just that time dilation and ability to run him down, and very little General can do in response, causing issues for the bat. Matumba 10 seconds away from having the chrono again, and we've seen how good he is, as you mentioned, and expected him to be. First chrono straight down bottom. Pretty much as soon as it was off cooldown, he was looking for that fight in the middle lane to use it straight away.
And he's going to go rushing for a Lincoln Sphere. This is a build we first saw at TI6, actually. Shadow on Wings picked this up and gave him the magical power to bash on every 3 hits. It was pretty amazing. But it's just a generic, gives you regen, gives you HP, is going to block a spell, and just greatly enhances his ability to stay alive through a team fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very good, really, when there's not really... Well, I guess the Ogre's got a few ways to pop the Lincolns, but yeah, definitely causes issues for the bad initiation that they'll be relying on to lock down Matumba straight away. They're going to find Dendi. Matumba, we'll see if he finds the need to use the Chronosphere. Again, Miracle going a little hasty with these, but needs to wait for the root, really, if he wants to land them. And they will find Dendi, though, nonetheless. But, I'm sure Miracle, he would love to try and get some of this gold. He wants to try and find that.
Or anybody but Kuro. He's got 4 kills now on the Oracle. This is actually a pretty common problem for Oracles. They do so much damage. I mean,
Kuroki says there's no problem here, folks. There's no problem here.
They do so much damage with their skills, and it heals them up afterwards, but that burst is usually what ends up snagging the kills, so it'll be a faster, fancy Urn of Shadows, big spender over here on Kuro, but with the Arcane Boots, that pretty much covers everything Oracle needs to do in the early game, and as long as they're still getting kills, they're going to be happy with this.
Whitecap will find the space down on the bottom lane to clear at the tier 1 with the God Strength. Treads, Mask of Madness on the way to the SNY, so amongst it all, he himself still keeping up well in the net worth.
Yeah, this is good. Farming well in terms of net worth. He's matching the Faceless Void.
That's fine,
It's fine. This is definitely not where you want to be against a Void.
I guess because you still expect to farm faster with the Mask of Madness and the Cleave.
Yeah, exactly. You should be farming way faster. And he is, but he's not in as many kills. And they haven't gotten as many towers either.
Of course, still with that Chronosphere available, he'll spot General. General with the blink now picked up. Quick with the movement to the side. And we'll keep eyes on him from the Firefly.
Yeah, slightly bad warding there. I mean, it's not really bad warding, it's just unfortunate warding for Liquid. If they had vision of him, they would have jumped, possibly disabled him, and gotten the chrono off, and that would have been a kill. But General with the quick reaction. Good for him. But still, big gold advantage going to Liquid right now. This is a bad place for Na'Vi to be in, especially with chrono off, because Liquid can just play in the enemy jungle. And he's going to catch him.
Yeah, they found General this time round, and he does not have Firefly bashed up. Oh, that chrono, absolutely beautiful. Catching Seneko as well. Seneko getting bashed up. Will he get the charge drop? Oh no, the bash is from Matumba. They stop him from dropping the golem. They will lose Kuroki. But Liquid again, they're finding themselves 2 kills and coming out on top, and that chrono and that RNG, Matumba, what a man.
Yeah, nice kill there. Perfect chrono timing too. He tried to hold it just in case. Never want to throw it out at the start unless you're really behind, but ultimately gets the kill. Oracle died on the back line due to the Sven wraparound, and Eldertine did all he could to slow it down, but it didn't work. So an interesting build. The Treads want so far. Nothing too fancy. Picks up a drum afterwards, so pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
Movement speed, mana, attack speed, all that good stuff.
See, Pycat was searching for mind control on the retreat there, almost as if he headed into the trees for the TP, but it was not the case. Now Kuroki is up on top as well. Pops the arcanes. Maybe see if they can punish Pycat for this. Pycat, he's been left alone. The TP out from his teammate has been there. A little tentative on how hard they go in though, and Pycat with that movement speed, the Mask will be able to get himself away.
Fortune's End is actually so good this game. If anything, they need more Fortune's End because it can remove the overpower coming from Ursa. It can remove the Mask of Madness on Sven. It can remove the Warcry Sven puts on everybody. Diffusal Blade is actually so good this game. So I see like there's no way that Matoma Man doesn't build it later.
There we go, Na'Vi back into the pit. They've got a stronger force now there at 15 minutes in. We'll see if Liquid have any idea what's going on. It doesn't look like they have intentions of checking that area. Sunstrike, where's it going? Straight into the pit.
Ooh,
They know what's up. Can they get there in time? General's going to cause issues up top with the Kuroki lasso. Straight up, Na'Vi, they'll get themselves control of Roshan, take the Aegis.
That was perfect by them. They put 3 in one place, 2 in the other. They get both objectives. In the meantime, Liquid's standing around wondering where their opponents are. And it was, again, Kuro trying to sit behind his cores, but he keeps being the one that gets initiated on. I think at the minimum, he needs to hide in trees more. He's been standing in the lane a lot. That's the simplest way to give you chances where you just don't die. They won't be able to see you because they just don't see you in the trees.
Under attack.
And so PyCat trying to use the God Strength to push the tower, but there's going to be quick TP reactions here. Is he going to get caught in the ultimate? He won't, but Biver will. There'll be a chaotic offering from Seneko, trying to solo Liquid down. Matumba looking for the bashes onto Biver. He'll get it. Biver's taken down, moving forward, does have the Chronosphere, can look for more. PyCat tries to turn, but the disarm is... He's now caught in the Chrono. Liquid trying to do something about the fact that Dendi is on the heels of Kuroki. Kuroki having to false promise himself. Now they've got to disengage. Now the fact that Na'Vi have turned up, Liquid have to get out of there. Matumba Man being chased down, has one more time up. The jump forward for General is there. Dendi comes in as well. They'll rip the Void to pieces. Miracle's turned up, but he's already without his Void. Can he combo them down? He can. Deafening Blast finishes off General on the Batrider. Dendi having to clap and slow as he runs himself away. Kuroki still around by the shrine, taunting Na'Vi here. Knows that he can get the heal out, or maybe he can't. No, the stun stops them from popping the shrine. They have lost the Aegis, but Dendi's back for round 2. He can look to go back in onto Miracle. Miracle looks for the MP. It'll land on all 3 of them. They're out of mana, out of luck. Dendi trying to man up with the overpower, but he doesn't have the detection. Miracle will get the double kill, and Liquid, they're not done yet. Mind control, eyes onto Seneko. Sunstrike will connect. A slap to the back with the Astral, bringing Seneko down low, and here comes the stapler of doom. Mind control picks up the kill.
I feel like this is the first time I've seen Mind Control actually punch somebody this game, and I think that's a big mistake. I feel like he could have gotten more out of his lane, possibly been a little greedy, but he's not always been that kind of a player. He's a very consistent, safe player, more focused on team fights and stuff like that. But either way, finally cleans up a good fight, uses a stapler and gets stuff done. Miracle's spell usage there was also fantastic.
We just saw the damage he did. 5k damage done in that fight.
And the disable especially.
Yeah.
Just kept casting spells. Ultimately, that fight started in a bad spot because there weren't enough points in Echo Stomp. They didn't get the ultimate off on the Sven. That caused some problems for Liquid as they chased up there. But the problem is solved now. Elder Titan finally has 3 points in it.
Yeah, we're seeing as well just the disarm. You know, the Sven and Ursa having to deal with both Invoker and Oracle disarming them through these fights.
That's true. That was actually an issue for Liquid at one point. There was a Fate's Edict on a hero that got chronoed, which stops the magic damage you take, even though they're disarmed. And if Void bashes, that's magic damage. If Echo Stomp comes through, that's magic damage. It maybe wasn't a lot of damage blocked, but he's got to be a little careful about reading when it's the right time to cast Fate's Edict.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a panic because it was when, PyCat was about to get the kill, so they needed to disarm, but it just so happened, that they both went for what they needed to at the same time. Yeah, one of them would have done the job. So yeah, absolutely, just a bit of a panic play from Liquid on that behalf in the jungle.
Pushing up mid, trying to be a little bit of a bait here while pressuring, and they go for a scan, but it looks like Na'Vi knows what's up right now, sitting on the high ground, and they've got great mobility.
Oh, and they've caught PyCat away from his teammates outside of the base. Sunstrike connects and nuked down by the Purifying Flames. PyCat, he's gone. 45 seconds, they don't have their carry.
That was a tanky guy, but eventually does go down. A lot of magic damage, and again, natural order, the passive from Elder Titan lowers his base armor and lowers his base magic resistance. And right now, his base armor is everything he has, actually. It's a huge deal, and that's because Sven went for this SNY build. Like, if you build hybrid stat items, which is this is the common build right now for Sven, all that armor that you're getting from SNY, which is a whole 2 2/7, gone. Plus whatever he had already.
Value is not there.
Until he gets something like AC, he's actually really vulnerable to physical damage because of Elder Titan being in this game. And he takes a lot of magic nukes until he gets BKB. So I kind of feel like PyCat built the wrong item this game. The SNY is very good, obviously, for accelerating, but
Radiant's bottom tower
possibly needed to shift his build because of Elder Titan. A lot of players forget about that because Elder Titan's been out of the scene for a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, obviously there's a lot of magical, but it's just the little things like having that less magical resistance against the Void's magical bash. Suddenly that damage issue with the Void, it's negated from that Astral Spirit Sora.
Or Oracle. Oracle becomes a Zeus in a lot of ways just because his damage output goes up so much. can definitely make a big difference. Or Slardar with this. It's already, the Elder Time puts him to quite happening.
There we go, Matumba only gets one in the chrono. Will hold Bifer back. They'll look to try and take out a potentially easier kill. He's rather tanky. In fact, with the Shadow Wind, no, he won't survive. The bash comes through. Matumba Man takes one. There's an ult coming straight to General, but he will be able to force himself away. Matumba Man jumping forward, trying to chase them down. KuroKy's been found out by PyCat. PyCat dodges out the stomp and managed to take down Matumba. Now they look towards KuroKy. He's got the false promise, but there's no way he can out-heal this amount of damage coming in. Miracle's going to try and save him. Turns around with one nuke. KuroKy, oh, it was enough. The heals were strong enough. KuroKy survives through